Hello. I think, can you hear me? I always worry that no one can hear me. Um, Lots of love hearts, you know the drill. Love hearts if you can hear me. I've Ben in first. Hazel Young, hello. Um, the Crafty Chimp Caroline, good evening. Michelle, Ben, and all you lovely crafty people. Well, hello. Nicola, hello. I'm quite excited for this one. I know it's an extra little cheeky launch. Loud and clear, thank you, Hazel. Oh, new hair colour. No, it's still the same hair colour. I think it just looks a little bit different. I've got a different light up there. So maybe that's it. Oh, maybe you just can't see my grey. Betty, hello. PJB Stamper Pam, hello. Welcome. Yes, so I was saying, wasn't I? I'm sat on my t-shirt. I'm all uncomfortable. Right. What was I saying? See, that's as much as it takes to get me off track. I was, oh yes. So for us here in the UK, it's Mother's Day, March the 30th. So I wanted to get this one snuck in time for you all to see it and you all to buy it here. But I think in the US, I have got it wrote down somewhere. Mother's Day is May, I want to say. Oh, and I rhymed as well. I've had it wrote down somewhere. My desk isn't even that messy. I just don't know where I've put it. But yeah, so anyway, so let's just spend 5 minutes looking for it while you all just sit there and wait. I do apologise. Diane, hello. So yes, here for us it's March the 30th. In the US, I think it's May. So I wanted to get this one snuck in and ready for anyone who wants to be buying and making for Mother's Day. Yeah, May sometime. So just evening. Hello, Lynn. Welcome. So yeah, so that's the main reason that this is a nice, quick, cheeky, sneaky Mother's Day one. I wanted to do it Mother's Day with obviously a Michelle twist on it. And I just thought to myself, do you know what? Mother's Day, you just these are great. When it's Mother's Day, I sit and have to do nothing. I get cups of tea brought to me. Ben cooks tea. He cooks tea anyway. Every day could be Mother's Day for me. So yeah, and I just thought to myself, it needs to be a chilled out collection, that you're going to send to your mum, or the nana, or whoever you sent on Mother's Day, and it needs to transport them somewhere fabulous. So that was just the idea behind this one. But again, I wanted to make sure that it was more than just a Mother's Day collection. So again, you know that I don't put sentiments on things like that. So you can use it for absolutely anything and everything. And I think that you can with this collection. It's absolutely beautiful. It's been a lovely one. The sun's been out today. It hasn't necessarily been warm, but the sun's been out and it's give you that feeling that it's almost summer. And that's what I wanted to sort of capture in this collection. Just the fact that this is my Mother's Day collection. It's going to be perfect for your mums, but also you can use it throughout the year for many, many other occasions. Last 55, hello. May the 11th. I knew it was May sometime. I just couldn't figure out when it was. Keep thinking you have dodgy eyes, but it's I know that's the only thing when you wear glasses. If I move that light there, then it really is just rubbish here. I mean, I could turn it down. Just don't stay there. Let's have a look. Watch me try to turn it down and turn something off. There we go. Turned it down a little. Let me just bear with me. I think that's a little bit better. Let me hold one of my cards up. Make sure that you can still see the colours and everything. All right. Oh, you can, can't you? I made this obviously with the collection. all I've done is I've taken for this one, I've taken one of the 6x6s and I used one of my square nesting dies because I've popped the middle on some foam. Just cut the middle out. I've backed it on some black. This is on white. So you can see I've got that pattern follow through with a corner punch that I used. And then I just raised that middle bit on a little bit of foam. So you've got that height there on your card. And that is one of them. Have a fantastic day. Oh. So yeah, so you can still see it all right. We might have to do something about that because I keep catching the ring light in my eyes and knocking myself off. I do apologise. I'd take my glasses off, but I wouldn't be able to see a thing. I'd sort of turn into Mr. Magoo, really. Oh, your sound's all good there, brilliant. Does someone have dodgy sound? Is the sound kind of skippy for anyone else? Oh. But no, sounds all good for everyone else. Sometimes when I find my sound goes dodgy, I go out and come back in. Never runs smoothly, does it? It can't just all go simply. So sounds okay here, sounds okay here. Lynn, not too good at the mo, but hey ho, it is what it is. Thank you for asking. Are you not feeling very well, Lynn? Let's have a look. Right. Oh, Hazel received Gaz's card today. Oh, fabulous. Right, so I've shown you one. I've only been able to make a couple. If you've looked on my socials, Hannah, one of my guest ETs, she's posted, I think she's done about half a dozen sample cards for me. So she's posted them on the group page, and I am going to transfer them to my main page as well, so you can have a little look. But I'd like to, so what I want to try and do, and which is sort of what I always try to do with my papers, is everyone's like, I can't cut into them. So I want you to show you how to cut into them or use them without covering them up, but still having a fabulous card base. So for instance, this one, it's an 8x8, but all I've done is you can see where I've cut it into 3. And then the top bit and the bottom bit, I've raised on a little bit of foam. I've glued that one flat. And what you've got is you've still got a fabulous card that you feel like you've done something with. You don't want to, I know we feel sometimes like we don't feel like we've done something if we just mat and layer some coloured card and then some pattern paper. So that's the reason that I've done with this one, what I have as well. I've cut that square out of the middle, but replaced it. It's on foam, done some pretty corners, and you've still got a really nice, fast, quick card, but not just 3 or 4 layers onto a card. So if I bring in, I know that they're not this collection, but I did the same. Didn't do the same. We just took a portion, just a circle, but it's the base that is a little bit different. So just by putting that kind of slit through the front and then reattaching it with that circle topper, you've got a fabulous, really quick card sort of thrown together. And I sort of did the same with this. It's quite a simple card base. It's got 6 score lines, 2 corners cut off, a square on the front, but you're still getting to see all that beautiful paper, and you've still got a fabulous fun card. So let me put them to the side. So that's what I like to try and sort of show you how to do. Michelle, no, my MH. Oh. Loving the hair. I know. Do you know what? I'm loving it. Looks so much darker than what it really is. I could do with it colouring again, but I didn't want to straighten it today. Someone said I looked like the Vicar of Dibley, so I'm a little now averse to having it bobbed. Lynn, I'm pleased you're showing cards like this, Michelle. I'm quickly moving away from card making. I think lots of us are. I think obviously we get into paper crafts and we start card making, but I think it's nice to, I think we do all evolve onto making boxes and then bags and then, the projects and stuff. But I think, especially me, I forget that I sort of started as a card maker. So, and again, I've got lots of you still card makers, so I want to be able to show how quick and easy it is to pop a card together. Definitely. Definitely. Um, oh, Lynn, do you know what? I've had a week like that. My mood has just been low, um, sort of really down and flat for no apparent reason. I think you all sort of know my mental health journey, after having my daughter. Not that I'm blaming her, but the postnatal depression. Sometimes think that once you have it, it never goes. It just keeps manifesting with a little bit of anxiety here, or a little bit of OCD there, or a little bit of, the depression there, and it just. And then sometimes, if you're really lucky, you get the anxiety and the depression all at once, and then you don't know whether you're coming or going. um, Clarice, hello. Um, And then I think sometimes you have to laugh while you're crying, won't you? Definitely. Right, so should we get on and have a look? So remember, go to my group page. There's more samples with this collection on there. But so this is called A Moment in Time. And there's 3 pads in there. There's the main pad. And then I have got sort of a scenes or a patterns pad. And then I've also got backgrounds. So we'll start with the main one. So this is my Mother's Day collection. I love the fronts. The fronts always make me so happy. So that is the front of the main collection, A Moment in Time, because sometimes we just want that one moment, don't we? Anna Marie, good evening. Oh, nice to have a Monday treat. Yes, definitely. So this is the first one. And what you're going to find running through these is the theme of the mother figure sat on that beautiful swing, looking out to the beautiful scenery. So you're going to have all the beautiful scenery. In all of them, you're going to have a lovely, large, beautiful tree. And you're also going to have, you've got this frame running through all of them, because I thought, why not? I just thought it's really beautiful to frame it, because it's that moment in time and you want to take, the picture and keep it forever. Pause that moment. We've gone for, I've gone for the wildflowers again. I just thought they worked perfectly with what I was aiming for. You've got the script, you've got that lovely cracked background, but then you've got that beautiful scene in that frame. I love the frames. There we go. So again, they're all going to be a little bit different, frame-wise, tree-wise, lady-wise, the scene. Some are onto that beautiful beach, some are into that beautiful field, like you can see here. But it's the old, worn, weathered frame around these. So it's going to be with that old, worn, weathered tree, the vines like running through, and again, those beautiful sort of wildflowers. Now, as someone posted on my page the other day, she'd been using Alice, I can't remember, but she'd been using texture pastes on it. She'd been using all sorts of mixed media stuff on these papers, and she says it took it really, really well. So don't forget, you can be bringing all of your stamps, your texture paste, anything in like that. It is a 200 GSM and it's a matte, which means you can stamp on it because there's no coating on there. So you can stamp on it beautifully. You can die cut it beautifully. You can obviously cut it. I love this one. I love the tree. I love the not full frame of it. But don't forget, bring all your dies and your stamps. into these and be adding things. It takes you away, doesn't it? And I think I say that a lot, don't I? I want you to look at my papers and think, "Oh, I want to be there," or you sort of get taken away by the paper. If only is that being here or having a moment. Just a little late, sorry, just coming from work along with a Shrove Tuesday shop. Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I forgot all about that. It's tomorrow. Yes, yeah, tomorrow. Beautiful. The vines look real. Thank you. Crafting with love. Hello. Now that is a new name to me. Is this the first time that you've joined us? Such lovely papers. Thank you, Clarice. Oh, I see fussy cutting in my future. Absolutely. Anna Marie, gorgeous papers always. First time crafting with love. Well, welcome. I do tend to babble on, so if you've got any questions, just pop them in in the chat, and either I or someone will answer it for you. So I was saying, wasn't I? It's a 200 GSM, and I think I've said before in the past, we tried out so many different papers. You would think paper or a lightweight card, you would think paper's paper, isn't it? But oh no, we tried some I love this one, just with the sun peeking through that vine, and then that shadow just on the grass. We tried some awful papers. But we've got this one, and I think it's absolutely perfect. I find 200 GSM is absolutely perfect for a pattern paper. I think I love a 300 GSM for my base, but if I want to sort of mat and layer, I find a pattern paper of 200 GSM just absolutely perfect. I love this one. Look how bright it is. I just want to sit on that swing and just think about nothing, which is very easy at the minute because my mind goes blank a lot. That's a menopause, isn't it, for you? So again, you've got all those different ones, but yes, this is my Mother's Day collection. But there's a dozen other ideas straight away for these. For your daughter. Look at that one. Look at the lake. Any female in your family, any male in your family, they might love it. Husband to his wife, anniversary cards, birthday, obviously everything like that. So that is the main collection. That is a moment in time. Don't let me forget to show you a couple of sneaky peeks. Defo Lux 3D frame, love that one. I want to climb into those scenes. Oh, Laurie, hello. Beautiful paper as always. Thank you very much. Aaron. Oh, hello, Aaron. So I'm gathering Gaz is on here somewhere. Have I missed him? I've missed him, bless him. How are your hangovers, Aaron and Gaz? Did you have a nice birthday night out for Gaz's birthday? Love the subtle colours. Laura Gray, hello from Arkansas. Now, when I said that, I read that in the voice of Ben, from Crafters TV. Some of you will know, some of you won't. Caroline, Michelle, can I just say thank you for freely talking about your menopause? It all helps to break down the stigma. I think it does. And I think I think if you've got to know me over the past few years, there's really not much that I don't talk about. Very much an open book. And I think that's it. The mental health battles that I've had, I think mental health, we sort of feel embarrassed or ashamed or made to feel quiet about it. And I'm absolutely, I'm not. I will absolutely talk about my mental health, sometimes with a little bit of tongue in cheek, because again, I've said, I think sometimes you need to laugh about things, put a bit of a light spin on it. I mean, sometimes there was one point when my daughter was young and I was really ill. I mean, I was proper. It was bad. But thankfully, obviously, you all know Ben, lifesaver. So it could have been a lot worse for me. But I don't think it ever goes. I really don't. I think you have your good times and your bad times. And I think you just have to. Ben calls it a blanket and sofa day when he's having a bad time. Gets on the sofa, blanket, TV, sofa. um, so yeah. So if you do have any questions, you know that I'll answer anything. I'm crafted by Gaz. I am on here. Hello, lovely. I know I've said it a few times, but happy birthday. I hope you had a lovely one. We were okay for what you drunk. Um, right, Emma, hello. I'm glad you managed to join us. I'm usually told to just shut up when I talk about my mental health. Well, you know where I am and you know where we are. So if you ever need an ear, I'm always there, definitely. Deb Sneery, been away for over a month. Glad to be back and see your smiling face. You have you been like on holiday away or just been too busy? Just got home, Emma. Well, I hope you're all right. Right, next one. So this is a moment in time. These are my scenes. So these are very much along the lines of the main ones. Obviously, they're not identical, but they're blank. They're a blank scene for you. So you can build up whatever you want in here. Look at that those rolling waves onto that lovely sand. And then the grasses, and again, you've got the vines, you've got that beautiful wildflower sort of border all the way around. So I've called them scenes because it is just a scene. So you can pop whatever you want in there. If you just want to pop a sentiment in there, you absolutely can do. I love this one. I love just that sort of craft frame there. But again, with the sun and that beautiful scenery. It's almost double framed, this one, isn't it? I love daisies. I love wildflowers. I love the cheap flowers, do I want to call them? They're not the roses. They're right on the opposite end. They're what you'd walk out into a field and pick, not that you're allowed to pick wildflowers. I like those kind of flowers. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. So again, you've got that beautiful scene. You've got scripts. You've got that lovely distressed background. And again, you've just got that opening onto that beautiful scenery. So some of these are the sand and the beach. Some are a beautiful woodland, the forest, just a beautiful meadow. But you can see why I call them scenes, because then you can build up whatever you want. Oh, in Florida in the sunny warm weather. Well, I don't blame you for being away for a month. Not at all. But it's nice to have you back. Definitely. Fabulous papers as always. Thank you very much. Look at the ocean. They're just a wedding couple in there. Absolutely. You absolute beach wedding card. Meadow flowers are my favourite yet. What are you doing to me? These are stunning. Love that one. So again, wrong way. So again, the script, the wildflowers, the vines, that beautiful scene in there. They're just, I think, at the right time of the year, because we're just getting that hint of summer coming, aren't we? I love how the flowers are sort of coming out and over the frame. And again, you've got that beautiful sun in there. The sun looked like that today, and the sky was as blue as could be, but you step outside and it wasn't that warm, but it looked it, so that's all that matters. I love the pinks and blues and the peaches sort of running through this one. And again, that sun just peeking through. Lovely round one, a lovely round vine frame on this one. So much you could do with this one. You could cut that frame out straight away, couldn't you? And pop it on some foam. You could bring in if you've got silhouette stamps, if you've got some animals, or you've got a lovely, I think Sheen has just released some, I can't think of the word. She's just released a collection with a lovely, the dye is like a fence, you know, the fence that you sort of see before you go onto the beach. It's sort of all dilapidated and things like that. That would work beautiful on some of these, those kind of dyes. Again, I've said before, I know what stash you guys have got. So I know you've got lots and lots of dyes that you can really work, bring in to make these work amazingly well. If you get these in the 6x6 or the 8x8 and you want to do nothing to it, but just use your corner punches to create a decorative corner, or if you just want to use one of your edgeables to give it a beautiful edge, your nesting dies, use 3 or 4 of them and create sort of a pyramage effect. Now, this one for me is where you would put that wedding couple. You would put them stood there, saying their vows with that beautiful scenery right behind them. So some of these are going to absolutely make beautiful wedding cards, because more and more nowadays that rustic wedding is going on in the summer in the barn or on the beach in a beautiful meadow, more and more with wild flowers and things like that. You know, the little twinkling lights in the barn, so as it starts to get dusk it looks pretty and all lit up. So these are going to be absolutely perfect for things like that. So that is the A Moment in Time scenes. So if you think to yourself, I don't think I'd use the one with the mum in, then you've got the one with the free scene, or you might want them all. Entirely up to you. I'll let you have them all if you really want. Love that one, says Diane. These are screaming out for mixed media. Absolutely, Caroline. Don't be scared. I mean, I have said before, remember, it's a 200 GSM paper, so you can use all of your mixed media stuff on it, but you don't want to wet it through. You could even do a little bit of either oil painting on there or watercolours on there. If you've got your shimmer water paints, your shimmer paints, you can bring all that in onto here, highlight your flowers with your shimmer paints, but just remember not to wet it through, because it's a 200 GSM lightweight card, so it's going to take some of it. It's not going to take a lot. But yes, I can't remember who posted on my page that she'd brought her glitter paste and stenciled on there and everything. So absolutely you can, yes, definitely. Laura says, wow, stunning. Deb, they're too pretty to use. I love the sunny brightness. So cheerful. Teletubbies baby in the sun, absolutely. Some of those would be perfect for a new baby card, or a baby shower card again. I mean, I've just said weddings. You don't have to think a wedding card has got to be on the pearlescent card with the gold or the silvers or the really what we would stereotypically think is a wedding card. You think of the really posh, beautiful cards, but these are going to work just as well, I suppose. I suppose if someone's having a wedding in a big ballroom and it is all, posh and red roses and stuff, this maybe wouldn't work. But they look so fresh. I don't know how else to describe it. They are just fresh and happy, I think. Ideal for Mother's Day. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect for a couple. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Right. So I'm going to show you the last paper pad that goes with it. So this is my A Moment in Time backgrounds. So that is the front. And of course, my backgrounds are a little bit different to normal people's backgrounds. I really struggle to make it really plain or backgroundy, because I think if you're paying for a paper pad, and it's going to be a background paper pad. I want you to be able to use it as a background. So if you wanted to mat and layer on top of it, but I also want you to be able to use it on its own. Hence why my backgrounds aren't just one rows, sort of lined up or whatever, or, just a crackled wall. I mean, you can bring it right back, and I have on some of them, but I've still got those elements in there of swirls or some script or something. I think that is just how our collections are going to be. So look at this one. You could absolutely use that flower on the front of a card and nothing else, but you've got elements on there. So especially at the bottom, you've got 2 6x6 cards that you could sort of cut out, and it is just that beautiful background script that is going to work for a background that you don't have to be scared to cover up. And the same for this one, you've got that beautiful single solitary flower, but on the other half of the page, you have got lots of script, and you've got all that beautiful cracked background effect, which is going to be a perfect background piece. So next one, couldn't pick that one up then. So let me bring it back a bit. There you go. So again, that the other side, that beautiful sort of swirl effect, you cut that away and that is just a perfect background piece. But then all together, you've got a beautiful image. So if this is a 6x6, the 6x6 paper pad, that's going to make a beautiful topper just on a 6x6 card. You're going to pop a sentiment on there, maybe highlight it like I just said with your shimmer watercolors. You don't need to do much else to it. A lovely DL card. We need wallpaper. I know. It's funny, Ben came to me the other day and he says, look at this printer. And it was this huge printer. It was something like £25,000. But it was like this big one that would do huge rolls of paper. And I was sat there thinking, oh, we could make some fabulous wallpaper. Maybe a little bit further down the line, but not quite now. So again, you've got a little bit of that watercolor effect going on in the background. So if you wanted to bring some of your watercolor paints in, it would work perfectly design wise. So on this one, you've got a large DL on one side, and then on the other side, you've got probably a 6x12 piece that is just background and nothing else. But altogether, works fabulously. Love the crackled look. I love the crackled look. I think it just elevates it a little bit, I think. Stunning paper mache, very Audubon. I don't know who or what that is. Let me know better. 25 grand, yes. So we're getting to, well, we were thinking to get 3 of them. Why get 2 when you can get 3 at 25 grand? So again, you're going to find the grasses. I love the grasses, especially sort of at the time of year when they're starting to seed as well. Then you get it's sort of all floating around in the air. But again, you've got sections that you can cut up and definitely use as a background, as a foreground, a little bit of both. No, it is a thistle. It is a thistle in there, right? I mean, the thing is, I do research these. So I'll go on the internet, I'll research sort of the flowers and stuff. And I'll say to Ben, I love this and I love this. I think these will work together. And then as soon as I've done it, I'm like, and he shows me, I'm like, what is that again? And I'm the one who's just told him what I want, but my memory, shocking. So you have, it is a delicate sort of collection. It's not big and bold and bright. It's a little bit delicate. It's a little bit chilled out and relaxed, which is obviously what I wanted for this kind of Mother's Day collection. I wanted it to be a little bit different. But remember, if you are gifting for Mother's Day, these are going to make beautiful boxes. So if you're gifting a little box of chocolates, use these to make your box, or a little bag. In fact, some of these would actually be perfect for Easter because they've got sort of those tones, those subdued pastel tones. I quite love this one. I love how really dark it's gone, sort of all around the edge, and then just that one flower in there. So that is the third pad. So that is the backgrounds. So that is the 3 pads: moment in time, main, scenes, and then those backgrounds. So I've been seeing lots of lovely messages and comments coming up. So it's nice, beautiful painting of flowers. I knew that better. Michelle, just think of all the papers and Calyx units I could buy for that. Oh, could you imagine? Up north, you can nearly buy a house in some areas for 25 grand. Make stunning album covers. Absolutely. It make a stunning album. So you've got those on the covers, and then your pages through. If you're gifting for Mother's Day, you've got your grandkids in there and the kids and all that kind of thing. They're going to make an absolutely stunning album because there's the colours and everything sort of running through it is not too one way or the other, if that makes sense. It's going to fit nearly all of your pictures that you have got because the colours aren't so bright or so alternative that your photos aren't going to fit, because they're going to sit in that in there absolutely beautifully. Colours are amazing. Thank you. These would make yeah, gorgeous collection, gorgeous. Around here, 25 grand wouldn't even get you a woodshed. Here in Norfolk, it wouldn't either. Along the beach, they've got beach huts at some of the places, and some of them beach huts. And it's just a room, isn't it? It's just a room, and people put a kettle in there and a seat, and that's it. And some of them, they're like 30, 40, 60 grand. I think it depends which area of Norfolk you're in, but Norfolk is so expensive. Norfolk is where all the Londoners come, so they've got like all their holiday homes here, so which obviously it drives the prices up, doesn't it? I live up north. It says it all. Well, I am from up north, but when I used to go to head office, when I worked for CC, the town that it's in, Newton Aycliffe, I think it's almost like an old council town. So like, you've got your council estates on there. And then some of the areas are a little bit dilapidated. And I think on some of those sort of estates, you definitely can pick up an house for 25 grand. But it's the same where I lived in West Yorkshire. Some of the, especially on the auction sites, some of the houses that you can pick them up so cheap, but you can't really sell them on for much because of the area. It would be great for a vacation journal. Oh my gosh, it would. If you've just been away on your hollybobs and you've come back, it's going to make a great holiday journal or album, something like that. Right, so I'm glad that you're all loving them. So as always, they come in. It's. Do you know what? I'll have to get Ben to move that next time because it's putting me off. Let me see if I sit like that. My first house I bought back in the 80s was 13,500. My best friend Rachel, her mum and dad bought the house that they still live there now in the 60s, and I think it cost them something daft like 6 or 8 grand, and now it's worth about, I don't know, about 130, and it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy how much. 60s, it will have been, oh no, will it have been? Yeah, about the 60s. It's so funny you have circles on your eyes. I see if I turn it off, can you see me? You see, can't see me. Put that on. Oh, that's better. I think it's just we need to figure out the angle a bit better because Ben sits here and he figures it all out and he makes sure everything's fine and stuff. But I think he's forgot that I've sat here and I'm a little bit shorter. I've also got specs. Did you say something about sneaky peeks? I did. There's just a couple that I want to show you. So we're March, aren't we? At the end of March, I'm releasing my baby collection. So just want to show you a couple of sneaky peeks of that. So I did get a bit carried away, but I wanted to cover everyone who would maybe want different things from a baby collection. So there's going to be 5 different pads. Obviously, you don't have to buy them. Obviously, I'm going to love you forever if you buy all 5. Remove my comment for all the haters, lol. Oh no, what was your comment? I missed it. You need to put it back because I missed what you said. Sorry, I had to mute you. My granddaughter came to see me. You're not the first person to have said that to me. Can I just say? Right. So there's 5 different pads. You're going to have 2 lovely background pads or scenes, like I was just saying. Because what I want you to be able to do is even if you have no babies or you're not into a baby collection per se, what you have got is just a beautiful, cute background here. You've got the rainbow. You've got nothing on there screams baby. So if you just wanting to make some really cute cards, this is a really cute background collection. And obviously it's going to work beautiful with the animals in this collection, but it's going to work for so many things. It is just beautiful. It is cute. The pastels, the soft fluffy clouds. So you can see why it's sort of a background is seen collection, but so nothing baby about it, but it's going to work perfectly with the babies. So this is going to be one of the pads and it's all about the sleepy animals. So you've got lots of different animals running through it. They're all sleepy because they're babies. And again, the fluffy clouds, you've got the rainbow. So that colour is going to run through the whole of the 5 pads, the beautiful pastel rainbow colour. And I didn't realise how much I loved giraffes till I started working on this collection. They are so cute. Patty, hello. Birthday cards for little kids, absolutely. Love the elephant. That elephant is so cute. So I know that this particular one, she's got some lovely flowers in her hair and so has the bear. But again, some of them there's obviously not going to be. Then I thought I did a little bit of a fussy cutting pad, which I'll show you that first. So it can be a fussy cutting pad if you want it to be, or you've just got a lovely, beautiful background. You've got the sun and the moon with the smiley faces. You've got the rainbows. And again, you've got the hot air balloons, which I absolutely love. But again, you can see, especially on the moon, that sort of rainbow colour is running through him as well. So he's going from obviously the pinky reds to the purples to the blue. And again, nothing really, just say baby on this. Going to work beautifully, obviously, for your babies and things like that. And then I thought, not everyone loves to fussy cut, not everyone can fussy cut. So what I thought I'd do is another pad with the animals running through it. So this fussy cutting pad, let me bring it back in, this one is all about the more background elements, so the rainbows and the sun and the moon, the clouds and things like that. This one is going to, I think I've called it frame, just framed, because they're frames. I don't want to confuse myself. So I thought if someone doesn't love to fussy cut, what they can do is they can just cut the framed bit out instead, and still, be able to cut down into them. Or if you've got your nesting dies, square ones, circle ones, whatever. Now this one is all the little giraffes. Do you see what I mean about the baby giraffes? How adorable. So you've got some with flowers in her hair, some without, some sleeping, some not. So you've it's not just for boys, it's not just for girls, it's for everything. Everything, all babies. Now, I haven't got one of the 5th pad, but that is just, again, another background one. It is so beautiful. You're going to love this collection, even if you're not into babies. That sounds awful, doesn't it? But if you've no need for baby stuff, mad about giraffes. Oh, exactly. So just, you could be getting this and you've got someone who just loves baby animals, or just the giraffes, or, whatever. There's going to be sheets in here that are going to work so many different things. I have my first great grandbaby coming in April. These will be perfect, and perfect timing. They absolutely will. Through the month, we're going to be giving some sneaky peeks. I've sent them off to my design team. So you're going to be getting lots of inspiration. I've already got a project in mind that I want to use these for. I've already got about 10 projects in mind I want to use these for. They're just happy. They just make you smile when you're sort of working with them. So happy. You did. So she said to me, put me down for the baby collection, no matter how much, no matter what it is. Because I said, I think there's 4 pads, but there's actually going to be 5 now. Obviously, you can adjust what you want in. But yeah, and that was about a month ago. But don't forget, so I know, so even on release, I will print to order. So I have so many printed out, and then obviously depending on the orders, I print to order. But that doesn't mean that once it's done, it's done. You can go right back to my first collection I released last year and still order it, because I'm not doing sort of a one is done. And because we're small, we've got the ability to sort of keep all of my different collections. Ben's got them on his hard drive, whatever it is. We've still got them all. So if you want to go back and order something else, I just bring it up, print it, and send you it. So don't think that, oh, I've missed it, because you haven't. Even if you have missed the launch, you can still go back and order anything. She's talking to Gaz, not into babies. No, he's not, bless him. And again, which is fine. But the thing is, at some point he might have a friend who's having a baby, and he might need to make a baby card. So you never know. I will get some as I have a new baby coming in the family. Right. Who has got? Deb, congratulations. What exciting news. Absolutely fabulous. They will be perfect for you. Emma as well. Another new baby coming in the family. Gloria, hi all. I guess I'll have to watch the replay. Any thoughts on doing a wedding collection? I do have lots of thoughts about a wedding collection. My struggle is, now you could probably all help me with this actually. My struggle is, do I do a generic wedding collection that everyone sort of does? And what I mean by that is, obviously I don't do dies and stamps or anything yet. So paper-wise, do I keep it generic, or do I do a summer wedding collection? And then when it gets to autumn or winter, do I do a more seasonal? So do I do a couple of different seasonal wedding collections, or do I do a generic one that you can then take your dies and stamps and other papers with? But then because I am papers, it made more sense for me to maybe do a couple of different seasonal ones. What are your thoughts? Help me straighten it in my head, because when you go from, you keep going back and forth and back and forth. I know what niece is having, so crocheting bits for her. Fabulous. Weren't we on about beach wedding before? Yeah, absolutely. So for last year, my auntie messaged me and asked me to make a wedding album for her, because one of our cousins was getting married, and I did. And what I actually made was, because we've sort of been working on one, and we can tweak it or change it depending on what we decide. Seasonal would be a good idea. So I did it seasonal. They got married in September. My cousin Carl married his husband, or obviously now husband. He wanted his husband before they got married. So what I'd done was, it was a beautiful, it was summery bordering. Well, it was an autumnal, but it wasn't the autumnal as in, those oranges and, the leaves falling and stuff. It was where the sun was a little bit lower in the sky. So it hit the church that was on there, and I had, two men on there. So I had, it was male and male on there, sort of walking towards the church in this big beautiful garden, and there was confetti, and there was a little sign in the grass, and it said I do, a little wooden sign. So that was because I obviously, it's papers that I do, so I wouldn't do a plain paper because it wouldn't make sense. It would be patterned, it would have those images, those designs on. But it was absolutely beautiful. So then you've got I had the idea of having the bride and groom, the bride and bride, and the groom and groom. Not forward facing, because then you're getting into people's, I'm going to say authenticity, the colours. So you're getting into the different places where people are coming from. So the brides and the grooms were all sort of back facing, but they was beautiful. The couple that sort of Ben came up with me, someone tell me, ethnicity, is that the word I'm thinking of? I know what I'm thinking of, I can't say it. I think maybe a generic collection, even if it's a bit larger, to cover all people and seasons, or maybe a generic collection and then add-ons. So seasonal, I don't know. Because the thing is, I think trying to cover everything and everyone is going to be a little bit impossible, isn't it? My thought is, I don't want you to decide on wedding papers until my daughter gets engaged, and I can try and pressure you into her colours. I love that. I love that. So, but again, that's it, isn't it? All the different colours that people have. I always, when I think of weddings, I always think of Blush and Bashful from the what is that film with Julia Roberts and Dolly Parton, and where she gets married and then she has the baby, and then she ethnicity. Thank you. I love how Pam's split it up to help me out. So that's great. You've had loads of sort of comments, really sort of does help. Definitely. What is the film called with Julia Roberts in? Do you all know which one I mean? It's an old one. Is it like a 90s film? But I love that film. Just hello from Lewiston. Enjoying you on the big screen, relishing the quiet before great grandkids get here for their weekly 4-day stay. Oh, nice. 8 months, 3 and 5. Oh, I bet that keeps you busy. Steel Magnolias. That's it. I love that film. I've watched it like a million times. But yeah, her colours were blush and bashful, weren't they? And they were both pinks, but there were two different pinks. So I always think about that film when I think about weddings. So yes, you've all given me lots to think of, definitely. And then I want to show you a couple more. I think I showed you some last week, but a couple more from the collection that Ben's working on. So not only does he work on my collections for me, he comes up with his own. So it's very much a summer gardening-y type collection with a Ben spin on it. So this is one of the pieces. You've got the wheelbarrows. You've got said last week, didn't I? We all know that one old bloke on the estate or near us that's got the old watering can, the old wheelbarrow, the old we even went as far as saying the old toilet, didn't we? With the flowers in. But that's what it reminds me of. That one garden that had a little bit of everything in. That was absolutely awesome. The old wheel, the weird plant pot type thing. But it's definitely Ben. I love it. So I'm going to show you just a couple more that he's been working on. And I love the way that he split the split the page. So it almost says to you, there's cut lines here. This is where you need to cut. You can't really get away from it. But this is what I love. I love the flowers all growing out of that old I've just called wheelbarrow. Call it a watering can. And then the last one I'm going to show you. Again, I love how he split the bottom and then to the top, and you've got the script, and it's gardening without gardening, if that makes sense. But I absolutely adore that collection. I'm a little bit jealous that he came up with that idea and I didn't. Wonder you are brave. You are 3 grandkids, especially an 8-month-old. Love the way this is framed off. Beautiful, great colours. Thank you, Hazel. Ben, these are stunning. I know, I'm very jealous. Thank you, Deb. Love the different scenes. Yeah. Nicola, love it. Great for mail cards too. And that's what he wanted to do. Even though there's florals and flowers on them, there's still elements on there, lots of elements that are going to work beautifully for any man in your life. And then obviously you've got the ability to fussy cut some of them if you want. I love that collection. Those are great. Fabulous job, Ben. Lovely. I have flowers growing out of a wheelbarrow. Oh, I want a wheelbarrow just to grow flowers. But it has to be an old one, like a real one, the old sort of metal wheelbarrows. This is a great idea with splitting the paper. Yeah, you can see why I'm jealous. I'm that one person in the neighbourhood with all the old rusty stuff in the yard. Yes, but then when you have sort of all either the old wildflowers or grasses growing round it, or you've got your newer flowers growing that you've planted, I think it looks awesome. I do. Unfortunately, mine is a plastic one. I'll let you off. I bet it still looks amazing though. I bet it does. Right, so that is it. It was just a nice quick one for you guys today. So that Mother's Day collection, as with the one that I released last week. What did I release? Red. As with the one that I released last week and any of my others, also, pop me a message. You can either email me. My email should be down below, or message me on Facebook, Instagram, or Pinterest, whichever you sort of use. As always, same price, same sizes as always, 12 by 12 A4 and 6 by 6. Same price as always. My prices don't change on anything. All the prices are always the same, £12, £10, or the £6, and then the equivalent for the US, which is did we say 16, 10, and $8 roughly? Pop me a message for those. Tomorrow is the draw for the raffle that I've been running. So until tomorrow, you've still got chance to get your last minute tickets, which are £5 or $6. Just my PayPal, which is my email address. Just family and friends, so I don't have the charges on there. If you want your last chance to get in on that, that's available. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. Producer Ben was quiet today. Has he been gagged? He was really quiet, wasn't he? He's obvious. I know he's got his telescope out, so that's probably what he's been doing. He's probably out there and he's forgot all about me. I will watch it back so I can see all the papers. Absolutely, Emma. Any questions? Do you know what? You know, call his name and he shall appear. He's just walked into the living room, to the kitchen, and he said, "It's because I've got earache." So we'll let him off. Yeah, watch it back, Emma. If you've got any questions, you know to message me. I've covered everything, but don't forget, if anyone who places an order within the next 24 hours will win some free papers. I'll just shove them in someone's order and you won't know until you get it. So we're going to run that as well. I think I've caught up on all your messages. Rusty stuff in a garden and all the flowers and wildflowers is just awesome. It is absolutely lovely. I'm going to be here on Thursday, but it's not a launch. I'm going to be crafting something. We're going to be making some stuff. So I'm not sure what yet. We're not going to be doing the big red project. That's for when everyone's got their kits, and then we'll do like a little craft along type thing. But we are going to be making some stuff. So when I've finally decided on something, I will pop a post up and let you all know what it is. But that will be Thursday, as usual time. And any questions at all, any questions or ideas with regards to what we were talking about with the wedding collections, just pop me a message. But I really hope you are loving the Mother's Day collection. And see, I think I'm done. Look at me, all organised, done in a timely fashion. That's not like me, is it at all? But again, so thank you for joining me. You were only with me last Thursday, 4 days ago. So thank you all again for rejoining. The liking and the sharing and the comments, not just on here, but on all of my socials, is so much greatly appreciated. Because obviously it means that if I've got interaction, Facebook and those places will show me more, which means I get more interaction. Take care and toodle pickling. Thank you very much. So yes, those likes, shares, loves, comments all mean just as much as you purchasing from me. So I will see you all on Thursday. Obviously, I'll be on my socials. And I'm done. Thank you so much. I will, if you've got any ideas for Thursday as well, pop me a message, let me know. You know, I'm happy to do what I'm told, basically. Right. Thank you all so much. Any ideas, pop me a message, let me know, and I will see you all on Thursday.